All right, we're back here for our second feature match of the week here for week one of the Playground League. We have Cole D, who's, I mean, it's his second, I believe it's his second or third league. Uh, no, it's the second league. Up against Parker D, Android, who he was also a member of Teamers. So we'll be wishing him well here against Cole, who has a very nice looking hand, and things not looking great over there with the mulligan to five. What was going on in the other hands at least before this one?
Just looked like he was missing a few lands. Just couldn't seem to find a good distribution, essentially.
All right, so it's got this Air of Enlightenment, which may help matters here. What does he have in hand right now?
He's got like a Sun Gold Barrage, a Killian, and a Spectral Defense, so just looking like a really solid Orzhov mid-range deck.
Yeah, so they're both doing okay so far in the league. Parker's 3-1. Cole is 4-0. And we may start to see why here in the coming turns. He's got a ramp. He's got a ramp spell if he wants this turn. He could play Field Trip, or he could play Kelpie Guide, both ramp, and he has Moonveil Regent, which is a dragon,
Wow.
and he's got a Boseiju Reaches Skyward, which is a saga that often played like a rare, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm kind of in love with his hand, honestly. The
Yeah,
way you made it sound described.
it's looking nice. He's got a field trip, and I mean the field trip's going to come out after these good cards, but yeah, is there any removal there for the onslaught of that's coming here, or not yet?
Well, he can handle one thing. He's got Sun Gold Barrage, and depending
Okay,
on what it is, he might not even answer it.
Sungold Barrage is 4 power.
Yes, it's 4 power.
Okay, so the Moonveil region I believe is a 4/4, and Boseiju will also eventually be larger than a 4/4, almost assuredly. Yeah, so Cole, it's just his second league. He started in Konzatar Cure League, and he was the rookie of the league and was in the top 16. So first go around did very well, and he's 4-0 here so far. So possibly somebody to
Oh,
look
yeah.
out for going forward here in the Arena Gauntlet League. And I forget what all the dragon did. I think you can do. Oh, when it dies, deals. Okay, I
Okay.
think you could discard your hand and draw cards or something when you played spells.
Yeah.
It was
I
really
just
good
know
late
it
game. It was
was.
really good late game. I remember.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
All right, so threat one is gone, but so Kelpie Guide, I believe you can untap another permanent, and if you have eight or more lands, it could also tap any permanent.
Yeah. So he's found a disfigure, but he
Okay,
wants to just develop his 4 drop as opposed to playing out his 1 cost card.
yeah, makes sense. So we got Boseju's going to come down. And then with the Kelpie Guide, Cole can also cast the card you drew for the turn, which is a Needlethorn Drake, which is a 2 mana 1/1 flying Death Touch. Just a
All right.
nice little defensive body here. Yeah, so the rest of his hand after this Needlethorn Drake is a little blank. Like he's got the Field Trip, he's got a Deathbloom Gardener, which is another ramp creature, and two lands.
Okay.
So not too much going on in hand, but he does have some things going on board. So and unfortunately, Parker's about to be out of cards here, thanks to the mulligan.
Yeah. I mean, oh, he's off. Okay, he's just gonna kill that. He's gonna try and kill the opponent. Spectral Defense does give a bit of reach damage if you have 6 mana, so
Yeah,
that is
and
a possibility of happening.
Boseiju doesn't do anything this turn. Like, though, I mean, Boseiju's Reaches Sky is a great card. It's just like it basically has no middle section for the most part. But yeah, he is under pressure here. There's a menace creature, there's a first strike creature, and there's a flying creature, and there is a potential activation of the Spectre once he gets to six
Yeah.
lands. And another land here is very bad for Cole. He does have the field trip, so I don't know if he has a lesson or if he's just going to loot away a land. But either way, that's going to be the plan here. And this Thran portal, I believe it does cost a life to use as
Yes,
well. So
it does.
it's going to have to be wary of that here as the game winds down. All right, so he gets his
Oh,
forest. Right, so he does have environmental sciences and pest summoning. So looks like he's gonna
Okay, well, the
put
pest
some
summoning
pests in
definitely
this
getting
thing.
some life is going to be the game.
Yeah, yeah. The pests can block the Killian, so that's something. And then he's gonna have a very large body after that. But if he doesn't get this Spectre off the board, that can eventually you know, do a good chunk of damage here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think he's deciding if he wants to tap his Kelpie Guide, which is not a very good blocker of any of these things, to cast the pest summoning, or whether he wants to take a life. And looks like it's going to be uh, the first suggestion.
Yeah,
Just preserve his life as much as possible here.
so he's drawn a pretty good decent card. Grizzly Sigil gets to kill off a pest, which means he doesn't will not
Ooh,
getting being blown out by Killian.
yeah. Okay. Unfortunate. Um, of note, the Kelpie Guide is now a tapper, so at the very least, it can now defensively stop an attacker from getting in.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's about to have
But
he's about to have an 8/8 as well. So that's something.
but it won't be able to deal with the Spectre of the Fens activation, which is the most pressing matter here, especially when going down to potentially four.
It looks
Okay,
like six.
I like
All right,
this
well,
block a
seven.
lot.
Like,
Uh,
he's going to seven
yeah,
here. Uh, all right, he's drawn decisive denial, which I believe is a fight spell, so he can he might want to just do that more or less immediately.
yeah.
So I
Who
believe
knows if he pops
it's
back removal?
a counter a non-creature unless they pay three or a fight. That's the blue and a green instant. Yeah, so we went from I mean, we knew the Boseiju was coming, but yeah, I think
Yeah,
he's just using this now. He says, "I'm not risking it. I don't want to get blown out by something. Let me just do that. I can tap your guy. I have an 8/8. You know, so feeling okay here. That's a draw. What are his options here? I was just Spectre, I
it's
guess.
not looking great.
Yeah, it was just Spectre. Sacrament
And
was a nice
he might
draw,
be a
but
high life total, but the Besage will destroy him over time.
oh, we've drawn a counter spell here. Devious Cover Up. So that's the one where the spell gets
Okay.
exiled and you can shuffle back four cards if you want.
Yeah, that sounds like it might potentially lock this game up because I don't think he really needs to care about the Spectre. Actually, with the land, the Spectre becomes dangerous, but that's a lot of time, right? I think this 8 is just gonna bash in, potentially
Yeah,
end that game before then.
it's probably still worth countering because Parker's just as likely
Yeah.
to. I mean, Parker could just draw a removal spell for the 8/8 also. So I think he's deciding whether it's this turn that he wants to start attacking. Thinking it through here. Yeah, so pretty nice, mostly Simic deck here from Cole. I think the dragon was the only red card we saw, and that's pretty warranted splash, I would say.
Yeah,
And
that card does take over the game.
yeah, we'll see in sideboard how much red he has, but looks to be largely Simic here. And he's going to pass with this counterspell. Feeling pretty good. Yeah, this
Yeah,
Boseiju
definitely just running out
basically.
of gas.
Yeah, this Boseiju, like, there was a couple of the uncommon uh, sagas that kind of played like rares, like the Boseiju, Behold the Unspeakable,
Oh,
even
here's
some.
an interesting one.
Yeah.
He's drunk at Thar Commandos. That can kill the branch.
Oh well, that's getting countered, I imagine. I mean, actually, now he
Yes.
has to decide. I mean, the Spectre will also get him immediately, but he absolutely needs this 9/9 to win. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Looks like he wants his
He is
dragon back inside the deck, and the pest
okay.
summoning, and the
Reasonable.
decisive denial. Okay. And the Drake. Well, he said, I'm happy drawing any of these. And that pest summoning, not the greatest draw, but the others all very nice. All right,
Yeah, just up a chance not to draw land.
he's scrying here. He sees a field trip, which I would not imagine he's looking to go on another field trip.
Do we know what lessons he had? Did he get them last time?
There was an environmental science.
That two life probably matters.
Yeah, but you still don't really want to draw that. You'd rather just draw something impactful. So
Yeah,
he's gonna scry upkeep here.
he does have like 5 mana to work with.
But he sees a shore up here, which he's gonna put on the bottom. I mean, the opponent already drew a removal spell, so he's just gonna say,
Yeah,
I need to get rid of this specter because if Parker removes my 9/9, then the specter just gets to free reign.
yeah,
And an island here is not what he was after.
yeah. If your opponent has like just a random 2/3 flyer, you could definitely just keep the shore up, keep your branch, but stage you safe. I guess a block on surprise, you know.
Yeah, he drew an island instead, and looks like he's just going to play it. I mean, I imagine he wants to attack here. Yeah, he's even getting in with the Death Toucher,
Okay.
and he's just going to tap something down, and then he's going to tap something down now, and then he could untap and tap something else if he wants. So Parker has to leave a lot of things back. Any
Well,
luck
that's the
off the
thing,
top of the
right?
deck here?
You found a chain flow centipede.
Okay, so it's a body, I guess, but I think the Spectre's going to come down.
If he attacks, though,
He can,
he would just lose because Cole could just tap down the Spectre, and then he would just take 10.
yeah, he can also just. Okay, he's going to cast the Centipede rather than the Spectre. Like he can force the jump block, however he wishes here, if he wants to. It looks like he's going
Is
to
the
scry
chump
again.
block that bad? He'd have a Deathbloom Gardener on blocks. You could be able to get him one because if you play the Centipede and equipped it. I think the equip costs less because of Killian as well, or is it just spells that target?
Spells that target spells you cast the target creatures, I believe, cost two less.
Okay.
So he's making his second appearance in the feature match area tonight. We have a tireless hauler here off the top. That's a very weak one card, I would say.
Yep. Any
Well,
creature is appreciated.
I mean, it's a body. It attacks. It blocks. It's big. It's fine.
Yep.
Probably going to get cut as the weeks go by. Mind you, there's only 3 weeks, but these are cards you're not intending
Yeah.
to have in the final version of your deck. Okay, so off goes the centipede. We're in basically what they used to call the abyss mode here.
Yeah. It's kind of removal or bust off the top right now.
Right, so here's a 4/5, and we're entering into the day-night cycle again, of course.
That card would have been a lot better just before he found a fake. Actually, fake your own death is actually quite excellent. That means he's actually able to block the Spectre and able to save it with fake your own death.
I mean, but he can just tap it also, right?
No, but he's gonna try and make him chump block with a Spectre.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that might be something. That might actually be an out here potentially, and it costs less because of the Killian, of course. All
Yep.
right,
And you will get a treasure. That treasure will let him activate Spectre.
right. He's drawn. Nah, he's drawn a mana dork here, so not very useful at this juncture. The Merge Keeper. It's the one from Neon Dynasty. It taps for an extra green if it if it's modified, I believe.
So 2 mana 04.
I think it's a 1/1.
Oh, it is a 1/1.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm thinking of a different card. I think I'm mixing it up with like the 2 mana 04 that helped to morph things
Ew.
because it
Okay.
was also kind of a snake.
All right.
And it's kind of
So
same posture, but it was,
he's gonna tap here on offense and okay, leave. Yeah. Okay. Tapping on offense means that he needs to leave back an extra blocker here since he doesn't have a tap down on the opponent's turn.
yeah. this fake your own death is going to give Parker a chance to potentially clinch the game, depending on what he draws.
Yeah, that's true. With this merge keeper, yeah. So basically, we have Cole at effectively one here.
Yeah, he has found a Samite Herbalist. While still not amazing,
Hmm.
a body is still quite good here.
Oh, that's what when it becomes tapped, you gain a life and you scry one, right?
Yes.
It's like a 2-1. Yeah, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it's it's a thing. All right. Yeah, this game is definitely very competitive. So hopefully, we're gonna get one or two more games much like this tonight in this match.
Yep. So I think if I'm Parker here, I do want to attack for down to three because I think that has. I feel like that's almost a must if you want to win this game.
Yeah, we said earlier this Spectre is a problem. It died, it came back to hand. It died, it came back to play. Like this is Parker. Parker is putting his hopes on this mostly unassuming card here, but
Oh, I don't. This killing attack could be a mistake.
is he doing it just to gain life?
I think it's just an attack to gain life. Like he's gonna trade it with like an Orochi Merge
Yeah, he's
Keeper
gonna
is
trade
what
it
I'm
for
assuming is
the
gonna happen.
yeah, he's gonna trade it for the mana dork over there.
Okay, so he's come to realize he's not dead on board because he can still block, right? He can still
Yeah,
block two things.
I mean he has a better way of gaining two life. It's he could tap 6 mana and gain two life rather than put his killing in the graveyard to do the same thing.
Yeah, yeah,
And I think he realized that before he threw his creature away here. Okay, so the herbalist is played. It's coming down to it. So because he played the herbalist, I mean he played the herbalist because he needs the blockers, but because he played the herbalist, it means he's not dying to specter two specter activations here.
yeah.
All right.
And Killian is not. He cannot tap offensively here because if he does, he will just die to the Spectre.
So land goes on the bottom and a very interesting card drawn here. Neonate's Rush. That's gonna off the herbalist here. He can tap on a creature and then just get in for more
Yeah,
than enough.
that'll do it.
Yeah, so he got a removal here. Uh, like Neonates are another sort of week one card you wouldn't expect to see later in the league, but when you draw it in this type of game, it does the job. So the Boseiju came down. It definitely stabilized Cole here and allowed him to turn the corner and get the win here in game one. Very, very competitive though. It looks to be a pretty focused, I would say assertive deck on Parker's side here.
Yeah, he didn't really spend too much time sideboarding. I barely got a glimpse of cards, but I did
Okay.
see that he is flashing a red blue card.
Oh, okay.
Well, double splashing.
Which one is
I
that?
think it's I believe it's Evelyn from SNC.
Evelyn from Essence.
Yes,
Well, that
I'm
one
pretty
can
sure
be
like I can take
cast.
that
That one
card.
can be cast using. I think that one is you can only play black, right? I believe that one you can
No,
just
it
you can play.
oh, is it?
Yeah, so it's a blue and a black, then a black, and then a red or a black. I believe.
Ah, I see.
I
Okay,
believe all
makes
of
sense.
those that cycle of legends could be cast using three of one color if you had it.
Yes.
Yeah, so that one is just two black, 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 and it's quite good too. So yeah, this deck's a little more three color than I thought at first glance. His mana was like 8/6/8 and a Prismari Campus and the Thran Portal, but looks like he's siding into a Jund plan here rather than the blue cards. Maybe just be a little more beefy and have a bit more interaction here.
Yeah, try to like offset the aggressiveness of what Parker showed in game one.
Yeah, and he had some fun blue cards like Invoke the Winds is always a nice one, but maybe a little hard to cast here. So okay, he sided in the black to see what it looks like, and now it looks like the blue's coming back. Black out, blue black in. unless he. I didn't catch if he was missing swamps, but I hopefully not. Hopefully he has the swamps there if he does want to do this. We did
That would
see,
be
yeah,
incredibly.
we did see in the previous league that in one of the feature matches somebody had wanted to sideboard and then realized they didn't have the lands, so had to abandon that plan. So again, if you are new to our server, which probably means you're new to doing direct challenges, it is not like a normal limited event where during sideboarding you could bring in as many basics as you like in a draft or a sealed. You do have to put them in your sideboard, but you are free to put as many basics as you want. So you could put, you know, 12 of each basic and just be able to do a transformative sideboard if you want. So yeah, if you are new to our format, that is a very good piece of information to have. He did. I think he
Yes.
maybe switched out a card or two, but nothing major. He did look at the black and then go back to the other plan.
Looks like Parker's mulliganing once again. He had only black mana and could not cast anything with his current configuration, so he mulligans to 6, finds a better 6, and he's able to play a game
All right, so we've
here.
got a keep here that will need a bit of assistance. He's got two mountains. He's got a Kami's Flare and an Excavation Explosion. So looking to be able to interact early.
Uh-huh.
However, uh, cannot cast his green or blue cards yet.
Ah,
Did draw an Obliterating Bolt, so he's really going to be able to remove multiple things here. But yeah, he's got a Field Trip. So as soon as he's got a Field Trip, he gets his another forest to cast his Beseju.
okay.
He has two blue cards here: Revenge of the Drowned and Curate. But with no land whatsoever. He's even drawn the Deathbloom Gardener, which fixes for anything. So he's a green away from basically having his hand at his being able to cast it.
Yeah, Parker doesn't have a play this turn, but that's due to his hand having Ballroom Brawlers and a Sun Glow Barrage.
Okay, so he's got a 5 drop that he's looking to cast here.
Yeah, this 3/5, which is not gonna be key, is not gonna be able to be killed by a Excavation Explosion should he draw a land.
Okay, so this forest came just in the nick of time before Parker started to be able to attack with this, and now he's got a 1/1. This is gonna fix him. He's gonna now be able to play his other ramp spells and to play his hand, and still being at 20 life here. So those a risky keep for sure, but the couple cheap burn spells that he had really did a lot of work. Ghoulish Procession, is that whenever a non-token creature dies, you get a decayed token?
Yes.
That's once, it triggers once a turn.
Yes.
Right, so first strike here. What
But
else
he's
is in
about
hand?
to
Sun Gold
Parker's about to
Barrage.
cast Extract the Truth. He's
Okay.
about to cast Extract the Truth, which is
Well,
gonna see his hand, and he's gonna probably take the Beseju away.
yeah, I mean, the Beseju obviously would be great, but Cole can get on without it. Like, he can still play the rest of his spells and not be in too much trouble. And the last card was Sun Gold Barrage.
Yeah.
Does that just destroy a creature with 4 power greater? Does it have a second mode like
No,
the
just
ones we
four
see
power greater.
nowadays? No,
Okay.
that's the 2021 design, right? Cards only do one thing.
Yes.
Now they
Yeah.
do two or three.
Okay. I understand why he did that. So he opts to take away the Tireless Hauler because he would be able to cast it and be able to block right away, as opposed to Beseju, if he were to cast it, basically gets to has takes time, right, before it gets to do something.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even have the land to cast that 4/5 this turn. So um, I mean, the Beseju, we saw what it did last game, right? So, but he does
Yeah.
have the removal for it when it comes down. Right, so the Aeronaut Cavalry is just a 5 mana 3/4 flying. He does not have I believe it's a soldier you need to put a counter on.
No, yeah, it's a
Yeah, I
soldier.
don't think these ballroom brawlers are soldiers.
It would be very strange to be named a ballroom brawler and be a soldier.
I
Yes.
imagine they're like a citizen or something like that.
Uh, I could believe it. Maybe a noble.
I don't know. A noble wouldn't be brawling in the middle of a fancy ball, but
Oh,
we can leave that we can we can leave that discussion for another time. So he's playing his field
yeah.
trip here. He was hovering over the broken wings just to get this flyer off the board. Yeah, so
Okay.
the unknown cards here are the a forest and a broken wings for because we can see the rest of the cards, or at least Parker can see the rest of his cards.
Yeah.
So here's an
Very
arrow
good draw
lightning.
for him,
Yeah,
honest. Yeah,
very
very good.
nice.
Be able to fix his next few draws. Really doesn't want to see lands. Ooh, and he's found a couple of good ones. He's found a Cathar Commando and an Extraction Specialist.
Extraction specialist reanimates something, but it can't attack or block until the specialist leaves, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, Kiwi enough, he's able to. He has a Cathar Commando to be able to kill off this Beseju without having to use a Sun Gold Barrage.
Yeah. I mean, he does get to get rid of this aeronaut cavalry. There is going to be a little decayed token coming in, but yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's also very cute. The Cathar Commando, when it's going to sack to kill Beseju, will make a 2/2 Decayed Zombie.
Yeah. That'll work. All right. So he's going to probably environmental science here. Ah. Kole just drew the answer to the Cathar Commando, which is a shore up. So there's still some trouble coming here, but I guess he has like two answers to it. So
Yeah.
Sungo Barrage is an instant.
Yes.
Okay, all right. But he doesn't have enough mana to Sun Gold Barrage. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
have to do it
But
next turn.
he'll see the bad news and then realize that it'll get saved. And then he gets Snuggle Barrage at next turn.
Yeah,
Or he can get the Extraction Specialist to get back the Cathar Commando and then kill it again using the Cathar Commando.
yeah. I mean, options are good. All right, we're curating here. There's a Jewel Thief and a Decisive Denial. Wow, Jewel Thief. Jewel Thief is like would still be pushed today, right? Jewel Thief
Yeah,
was
for sure.
extremely pushed. Wow, that and Inspiring Overseer, like those would still be like, you know, today, even in like the play booster era of things being
Yeah.
way more powerful, like they would be like best common in the set or like top two or three.
Yeah. I mean, Jewel Thief effectively, because it gives you the treasure back, is like a 2 mana 3/3 Vigilance Trample that you can only cast on turn 3,
Like I
which
don't,
is
I,
still incredible.
I can't think of a better green three drop that we've seen since this. Like in our
No,
draft sets here,
absolutely not.
there's been some good ones, but I don't think anything quite as powerful as this.
No.
All right, so he has the Decisive Denial here, which can counter a non-creature spell for unless they pay three. He can fight. He can Revenge the Drowned. He's got options here, and his life total is like still pretty stable. Like 13
Yeah.
is good. He got really low last game, so he wants to avoid that again. And he says, "Time to attack. Whatever you're attacking me with, I'm attacking for more with my Boseiju."
Yeah. So I think Parker, because he doesn't know he has Decisive Denial, but I think he should wait to use it to attack first. So he can actually get some damage before he's going to get his Ballroom Brawlers fought with a branch.
All right, so it's like
Okay.
looks like the Cathar Commando is gonna get its gonna get its man finally. I suppose if we
Interesting
really
that he
felt
didn't
strongly
Decisive
about it,
Denial in response.
well, Decisive Denial only counters non-creature, right?
I mean, he didn't. No, he could have fought in
Well,
response.
you could do it now. It doesn't
Yeah.
like it doesn't change anything, right? I don't think it changes anything when he fight. Like, he's decided just not to fight. Okay.
Okay. But now he's lost his like chance to potentially get rid of the Ballroom Brawlers.
Well, he's gonna put it on top here. Yeah.
Okay, but it's still an issue that he has no answer to, and I could get through his board like pretty safely.
Yeah, it's a problem. I mean, I'm guessing he has answers. Well, he drew a weak stone subjugation, so it was there all along.
Okay.
So that's the aura that you can tap down a creature. Basically, it's just like what we used to call claustrophobia effects, or you know, tap it down.
Well,
Right. So he is getting rid of this. 3/2. This Ghoulish Procession, I've never quite seen it go off like this. I think in Midnight Hunt, just all the it was like the worst of like all the decayed cards, and all the decayed cards were really good. So you just didn't
Yes.
notice. But in a chaos setting, this is looking pretty strong, honestly.
Yeah, it's already 4/2/2s. It's just like it's a looming threat that could
Yeah,
pose a problem because he is healthy, but that's still 8 damage that could be coming at you whenever,
yeah. If Parker
right?
chains a couple removals or something, this is right. So I think he has to just go ahead and tap down this 3/5 now. Yeah. So this one
Yeah.
was if you pay three, tap it. So they worded it like this because of the power stones, I believe. So you could use your power stones, which he's going to do. He does have that power stone.
Yep.
So that's
This
why the card's worded that way.
yep. This Jewel Thief is posing a kind of a problem. It is a stopgap preventing any of these 2/2s from attacking. And basically he just needs to find a creature that could match it effectively, or even
Yeah.
beat
So
it.
the Sun Gold Barrage is dead right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I think you would. Yeah, I guess you would. Especially if you're playing a two-color deck, you would main deck your Sun Gold Barrage here in week one. I suppose,
Yeah.
even though it'll be dead some amount of the time, but in week one, you're trying to go two colors. This is a perfectly fine card.
Yeah.
I was expecting, like,
Smaller
I'm used
Smaller
to.
Rada, Sun Barrage is toughness, not power.
Oh, toughness. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, we got well, nothing of not a great draw here, but it's a creature, so it's a illustrious historian. 2/1, and you can exile it from your graveyard to make a 3/2.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like normally when I'm trying to go two colors in week one, I end up playing some really, really mediocre cards, and we haven't really seen too many stinkers here from Parker's deck. The Ghoulish
Yeah.
Procession
Parker.
looked like it's like was good. Our experience was it was mediocre back in Midnight Hunt, but looking pretty good this game. Any particular
So he's
reason he's
decided
decided to attack here this turn?
he's drawn a Clawing Torment, which is -1, -1. A creature
-1,
cannot
yeah.
block.
Okay, so he's gonna get the Jewel Thief here.
Yep.
I mean, it's a free block with this 2/1, right? It just becomes a 3/2, and he has the mana to do
Yeah.
it. Okay, he decides not to.
Yeah. I think he figures that if he finds removal for the Era of Enlightenment, he will be this 2/1 will still be able to like generate some value.
He does have a decisive denial if he wants to fight it at some point. If he feels he's getting close to lethal here, like he could like fight off this Jewel Thief against the Air of Enlightenment since it's dying anyway.
Oh, Glitch Persistence is your opponent's stuff as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's whenever a
Right.
non-token creature dies. Yes.
Because it's only been triggering on his stuff
Yeah, we're
because his stuff has been the other thing he's dying.
we're getting another close game here. So getting a bang for a buck here tonight, at least with this match so far.
Yep.
And the Talus Lookout, nice draw here. He can't attack into
Yep.
this 2/1, into the 2/2 first strike. So all right, so
Ooh,
this is
this
a
Gigant
threat.
Skullflare.
Yeah, this can get
Yeah.
large. Is it the beginning of your upkeep, right? Or
Keep.
is that one end
Yes.
step?
Upkeep.
Okay. Yeah, there was one. Was it in All Will Be One? It was always either in All Will Be One or Mom that did it at end step, basically. So you got it. You got the counter right
Yeah.
away.
Is it worth attacking for 4 here? You are dead to removal if you do that.
Okay.
He says if you had removal, you have used it already. So
Yeah, I mean the 2/1 is like a. I mean, I guess I was gonna say it's like a free block, the illustrious historian, because it comes back as a 3/2, but it will make a 2/2 decayed on Parker's side, so that's not nothing. But I mean,
I think if it may come down to it, Parker may Sun Gold Barrage's own Ballroom Brawlers get a 2/2. with effective haste at end of Cole's turn.
I mean, if he sees it, like that's a good play. If he sees it, it's not always
So
going to
I'm
be
not sure if
intuitive
single
to spend
barrage.
a removal on your own creature, but sometimes you got it. I think taking 4 here is a little dangerous, especially when your 2-1 just becomes a 3-2. Okay,
Yeah,
he's
but
gonna.
you think
Okay.
yeah. I think again. You said it. He gets a 2/2 for his 2/1 mitigating 2 damage.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give his opponent the 2-2, so it's like an island here, not of any use here. I mean, the only attack is with the flyer here, which is, I assume he is going to. Might do it. Right. So he still has this decisive denial, but it's not really accomplishing all that much here.
Like what he could do is technically have his decayed zombie fight the hand of enlightenment with the decisive denial, because that decayed zombie is just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, when you have the lower life total, the decayed zombie ain't looking very helpful. So
Okay,
what do we got
so
here?
he has drawn a land, opted not to single barrage end of turn. I don't blame him. It's not lethal if he did.
Yeah, I think you would only do that if like your opponent tapped out and you were just gonna get a lethal attack in. There's no other reason to do that, honestly. Especially because yeah,
Unfortunately, he can't attack here, not drawing a creature, because he would just be dead to on board.
yeah, yeah, because he could force a chump block of the 3/4, but he could just trade with the death touch, yeah, and then the 2-1 gets a 3-2. So can't really attack, but he also can't just let this flyer destroy him. So the options are limited, rather.
Well, I think the options now are I hope I get another turn and I can see what's on top of my deck.
Yeah,
Because
seems to be.
removal will also just kill him.
Yeah, and I mean, this game st- still could potentially go either way, and the first game could have also. So
Yeah.
definitely impressive showing from both players. Honestly, playing pretty tight here and making it work. So he's drawn light him up, which is if it deals 2 damage to a creature, and you copy it if you casualty, and he does have he does have a casualty in play here for sure.
I think it's just lethal though. He just lights up the hand of enlightenment and attacks
Yeah,
all.
lighting up Hand of Enlightenment. Yeah, I mean it's pretty seems pretty straightforward. So this one is only to a creature planeswalker. This is it can't deal direct damage. Four direct damage for 2 mana would have been a little much.
Yeah.
So he's wondering what can go wrong here. He has a decisive denial. What could Parker have in his hand that could prevent lethal here?
Well, here's the problem, right? Any removal prevents it from being killed because all he has to do is kill off this Talos Lookout with that removal, and he gets to block a two. He gets to block the decayed zombie, and he would take 3, and then he would win on the swing back.
Yeah. So Cole has to figure out what he wants to do here, and the answer is attack with these 3 creatures and leave back a gardener.
It is still lethal with his attack, even if he blocks. So
Yeah,
very solid play.
yeah. So he said, I'm not gonna attack all, but I'm just gonna make sure I can lethal and still have a blocker back in case this combat goes wrong. So
Exactly.
nice little play here at the end by Cole, just covering all his bases and making sure he wasn't dead if his creature got interacted with in combat. And he takes the win here. So congratulations, very close match. Both games very tightly contested. So uh, good job by both players, and congratulations to Cole on the win. We'll be back a little bit later with our third match of the week.